Hey, welcome back to our channel.
The Earth has been home to countless species of animals throughout its history, and while many have gone extinct, some of them still hold a place in our imagination today.
These extinct animals were once a dominant presence on the planet. From giant prehistoric predators to massive armored beasts, these animals have left a lasting legacy on our world. Here are top 10 most dangerous animals that are now extinct from our planet.
Number 10. Tasmanian tiger. Despite its name, is not remotely related to a tiger. The four-legged animal is actually a marsupial, in the same family as kangaroos, and looks like a mashup of several species. Picture a bear possum-like tail, the body of a wolf with stripes along the back, the pinch face of a fox, and a pouch on its belly, the Tasmanian tiger. Also called the Tasmanian wolf, this footage is believed to be the very last of its kind. Was an old female animal that had been captured by an Australian trapper and sold to a zoo. In May 1936, the Tasmanian tiger ate animals that were small enough for it to handle, such as wallabies, bandicoots, young emus, wombats, and possums. Researchers have finally found the long-lost remains of the last known Tasmanian tiger, which have been missing for more than 85 years. Number 9. Sarcosuchus. The Sarcosuchus is a genus of extinct giant crocodilian, and a relative of the modern-day crocodiles. It is one of the largest ever crocodile-like reptiles that walked the earth. The semi-aquatic creature was so large that, unlike modern-day crocodiles, the Sarcosuchus would keep growing gradually throughout their lifetime. A full-grown adult Sarcosuchus reached up to 11 to 12 meters in length, with an average weight of 8 tons. The upper jaw, which was conspicuously longer than the lower one, had 35 teeth in each of the two sides, whereas the lower jaw had 31 in each side. Owing to its enormous size, the Sarcosuchus had the privilege to hunt terrestrial dinosaurs. They were ambush predators that would wait by the side or surface of the water until an unsuspecting prey comes too near. When too close, the reptile would erupt out of the water to attack and capture the startled animal. It got extinct millions of years ago, for reasons that are still uncertain and haven't left any direct living descendants. Number 8. Megatherium. Megatherium. Largest of the ground sloths, an extinct group of mammals. The size of these animals approximated that of a modern elephant, and they were equipped with large claws and teeth. The latter were confined to the sides of the jaw, because the animal fed largely on the leaves of trees and bushes. When it stood on its hind legs, it was about 20 feet 6 meters tall. Twice the height of an elephant, this sloth, like a modern anteater, walked on the sides of its feet, because its claws prevented it from putting them flat on the ground. Its large size enabled it to feed at heights unreachable by other contemporary herbivores. Its jaw is believed to have housed a long tongue, which it would then use to pull leaves into its mouth, similar to the modern tree sloth. The oldest fossils date back to about 3.58 million years ago. But the Megatherium did not become extinct until 8,000 to 12,000 years ago. Number 7. Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus, or spine reptile, was named for its sail-back feature, created by tall vertebral spines. It possessed a long, narrow skull resembling that of a crocodile, and nostrils near the eyes, instead of near the end of the snout. Its teeth were straight and conical, instead of curved and blade-like as in other theropods. Its skeleton were more compact and denser than those of similar land-dwelling theropods, which allowed it greater control over its buoyancy underwater. With its crocodile-shaped body and paddle-like tail, this water-loving dinosaur prowled through the rivers of North Africa about 95 million years ago to hunt for food. It is thought to have survived primarily on fish, including giant coelacanths, sawfish, large lungfish, and sharks, which lived in the dinosaurs' river system. Some reconstructions of Spinosaurus show it walking on all fours, while many scientists today believe that it was able to walk on 2 legs. It's still not clear who is right, and we may need to wait for new discoveries or studies to find out more. Number 6. Megapiranhas. How mega was Megapiranha? Well, you may be disappointed to learn that this 10-million-year-old prehistoric fish only weighed about 20 to 25 pounds. But you have to bear in mind that modern piranhas tip the scale at 2 or 3 pounds. Megapiranha consist of bits of jawbone, and a row of teeth from a single individual, and its teeth were seemingly equipped both to cut soft flesh and crush harder prey items. The diet of the megapiranha is unknown, but the study of the jaw indicates that the fish could have been a carnivore that used its big sharp teeth, arranged in a zigzag manner, to crush through the bones and the flesh of its prey. Number 5. Gorgonops. Gorgonops itself was a medium-sized representative of the group, with a skull length of 20 to 35 centimeters, depending on the species. It ranged from 1.2 meters long from nose to tail. One of the key predatory advantages that Gorgonops had over prey were that the legs supported the body from below rather than sprawling out to the sides. Like in most prey animals of the time, it preyed on small therapsids and reptiles. They had large, powerful, square-shaped jaws with huge, saber-like canine and interlaced, socket-like teeth. At this point in time, very little is known about these therapsids. There just hasn't been enough fossils found. However, one of the things that is known about it is that it was probably a prime predator of its time. Number 4. Terror birds. Terror birds had huge heads, strong hook bills, tiny wings, and large, powerful legs with clawed toes. Terror birds have been extinct for at least 1 million years. They were 3 to 9 feet tall and weighed as much as 1 ton. Terror birds were meat-eating predators and used their powerful bills to strike and kill their prey. Larger prey may also have been attacked by pecking and kicking, or by using the beak as a blade to strike at or slash vital organs. The sirenias are the only known living relatives of the terror birds, an extinct group of very large, carnivorous, flightless birds. Number 3. Short-faced bears. Also called the bulldog bear. The giant short-faced bear was undoubtedly the fastest-running bear that ever lived, rangier and longer-legged than any bear today. It was about 5 feet at the shoulders when walking and stood as tall as 12 feet on its hind legs. It probably could run over 40 miles per hour. Despite weighing over 1,500 pounds, the short-faced bear has usually been described as a super predator and occasionally as an omnivore or even a herbivore. Its short, broad snout had a huge nasal passage, which probably means had a keen sense of smell and could inhale great volumes of oxygen while pursuing prey. This smaller bear with its longer face and smaller teeth may have been more omnivorous. The only living relative of the short-faced bears is the spectacled bear of South America. Number 2. Titanoboa. A huge snake once stalked its prey. After slinking closer and closer to an unsuspecting animal, the silent hunter would strike in a flash and snap his victim's neck in one swift move. The prey didn't even hear the Titanoboa snake coming amid the cacophony of the prehistoric jungle 60 million years ago. No animal had a chance against the biggest snake in history. This prehistoric species grew up to 50 feet in length and weighed as much as 2,500 pounds. That's as long as a semi-trailer you see on highways and about twice as heavy as a polar bear. At its thickest point, Titanoboa was 3 feet wide, which is longer than a human arm. Scientists also uncovered a massive vertebra, a vertebra far too large to belong to any jungle serpent on record. The great snake swallow its giant prey whole. It could kill you before you even had a chance to scream. There's no denying that Titanoboa was enormous. History's largest snake simply has no equal among modern snakes. Number 1. Megalodon. Megalodon was not only the biggest shark in the world, but one of the largest fish ever to exist. Estimates suggest Megalodon actually grew to between 15 and 18 meters in length, 3 times longer than the largest recorded great white shark. Megalodon teeth can reach 18 centimeters long. In fact, the word megalodon simply means large tooth. With its large serrated teeth, Megalodon would have eaten meat, most likely whales and large fish, and probably other sharks. If you are that big, you need to eat a lot of food, so large prey is required. This would have included animals as small as dolphins and as large as humpback whales. In order to tackle prey as large as whales, Megalodon had to be able to open its mouth wide. It is estimated that its jaw would span 2.7 by 3.4 meters wide, easily big enough to swallow 2 adult people side by side. These jaws were lined with 276 teeth, and studies reconstructing the shark's bite force suggest that it may have been one of the most powerful predators ever to have existed. This was our today's video. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with new video.